friends, it's DIYs-by-dar, and I have this 1940s, 1950s high chair that was given to me, and I just wanted to restore it because when I looked at this cute little decal that was in such great shape on it, I just had to redo it. I replaced the leather, also the gear to take the tray on and off, and I will tell you that these are not allowed for children to actually use them as a high chair unless you purchase from your state. I guess they're different in different states. A secure belt, safety belt that goes along with this one, and I think it kind of ties into this one and then goes around the back of the high chair itself and secures the child a little bit better in there. So, but for me, like the photos at the end, I just would use it for my Beanie Babies or my dolls or something like that. But it's a beautiful, redone, heavy, solid maple, I believe, high chair. So, like and subscribe. Come along with me, and I am going to show you how to wash, prep, take care of, and put a finish spray on this high chair. Oh, yeah, the stuff behind me, that was a $60 Facebook Marketplace purchase of a old 1980s entertainment center, which I've had the idea that I want to go ahead and turn it into a mini coffee and wine bar, at least on this. The two other sections, which are thin, and of course they went along the side, maybe I'll turn those into some mini coffee or wine bars. Not exactly sure what I want to do with each one yet, but the thin ones have glass shelves and they all have lighting up at the top. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get into that next. I'm so sorry it's taken this long to get another video. I'm about to have my mother-in-law move in with us. She's not doing very well. She's elderly and she can't really be left on her own anymore. So I'm just preparing a place here, and we had drywalling and different things that I needed to do to get ready. So that's where I've been. And hey, let's go do it. Okay, it's all clean. I'm going to go ahead and put it back in my barn, and it gets really hot in there. So this dries out really well, and then I'll probably start to remove these other parts here that no longer are working. Well, the one side worked, but we're missing this side. So, believe it or not, I did find even this leather strap that's the right length for repairing old high chairs like this on Amazon. Wasn't that costly to purchase them? I think for both of them it was like $15. I will provide the links for you, so if you ever have a high chair where you want to go ahead and repair that, you can find it. I probably could have made, oh, the mosquitoes are out. I probably could have made one of these with a piece of leather, but it came with the parts to secure it, so I just went ahead for $4 and just ordered it. So we're going to get it dried out, and then I'm going to go ahead and see what I can do with some light sanding on it. Okay, I've got it drying in the sun, so let's just take a little close-up and personal look at what I'm going to be trying to repair here. Okay, ready to start the day again. Here's my assortment of sanders and my sandpaper. Hopefully, I can get this done today. I didn't plan on going and restoring the whole thing, but I don't know. I just get a little crazy sometimes. So, let's get to it. I'm going to use this finger attachment, and I ran out of parts for it, so pads for it, so I'm going to go ahead and just cut some and use some leftover. Well, I am done sanding. I don't want to sand for a long time. So here's what we ended up with. This is pretty much the raw wood, and I kind of went around that decal. And a lot of what I was really sanding off was ground in dirt, so that took me a bit to get that out. So I'm going to go ahead and wipe her down, and then I'm going to use some Dixie Bell's Howdy-do oil, and I'm going to oil this up, and then I'm going to let it sit. I'm not for sure how many days, because if I put it out in the sun, it may dry a little bit quicker before I put the final coat on it. And what I have found out is I did a set of chairs, 1950 chairs, that were pretty much the same. Killing mosquitoes here. That 1950s chairs that pretty much were the same as this. So I'm thinking this is a maple height chair as well. And I took it down to the wood, went ahead and gave it a little bit of a drink of water, let it kind of cure in the sun, and then put a finish coat on it, a top coat, some gator hide, and it looked just like it did in its original state, except for it was brand new. So I'm hoping that is what is going to happen with this, but we'll see what happens with the decal, how that fits in. I figured it would probably work out okay because that wood's all going to darken up, and that's just kind of like a halo around the picture that's on there. And I did get the parts today to put it back together, so we should be good to go here pretty quick. Well, I think I'm going to call it done on this one as far as spraying. I was thinking about putting another coat on it, and I just kind of hit it with the rad pad, and I'm thinking that I really don't need to put it on here any thicker than that. Looks really nice. Got a nice coat all the way around. It's nice and sealed. So I'm going to call her quits on that part, and all I need to do now is I have the new parts. I'm going to go ahead and I'll get those on, and then we'll take some glamour shots.